Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
You mustn't applaud me that much now. I have to perform to earn your applause. But thank you. Thank you, Information and Communications Technology Secretary Ivan John Uy, the Chief Information Officers, Foundation Chairman George Quintanar, the CIO Foundation President Cynthia Topacio, and the Bureau of Internal Revenue Commissioner Lilia Guillermo, the industry partners, exhibitors, and participants to the 2022 National ICT Summit who are virtually present here with us this morning. My fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm sorry that you were a bit delayed, and I hope we did not delay your breakfast too much. But I could not help but go through all the booths and all of the displays that we have available to that we of the presenters here in this ICT conference, and it's really gratifying to see that every time we come to this this technical a gathering of technical the technology experts. It is really interesting to see that even if the last time you did it was 6 months ago, you come to this new one, and the way that the technology progresses is just absolutely remarkable. And we see now where you do not need a coder, you do not need an engineer. People can do their packages that are available, and you can build your own software, you can build your own app. And the point that I'm really making is that clearly the opportunities are there. The opportunities are out there. It's up to us. I think it is fairly clear that it is the private sector that leads the technology. It finds that innovates most quickly when it comes, especially for most things in commerce, but for the most part, especially in the tech industries. And it is up to us who are in government to learn these new technologies, to learn these new techniques, and to take full advantage so that those of us in government are able to provide the best possible services that we can to our people. And that is why the partnership, I think Ivan mentioned that 80% of our audience here today are the CIOs from the government, and the rest are from private sector. And that is, for me, critical if we are to succeed in digitalizing our bureaucracy, our government, and to make the way that we do business, the way that we work, the way that even we communicate with one another, to make it as efficient, as streamlined,
Dito bro sa
and as
Manila
affordable
Hotel.
as possible, so that we can provide that extremely important service. And so that partnership, in terms of investment, in terms of infrastructure, we keep talking about public-private partnerships. Well, it turns out that even in the sector of information and communications technology, those partnerships are not a business partnership, but I suppose it is a sharing of technology, it's a sharing of knowledge, it is a sharing of the state of the art from the private sector with the public sector, and that working together that will bring us to success. So it is I'm very happy to be here with you at this National Information and Communications Technology Summit. Unfortunately, when we look at the records, our country has ranked 89 out of 193 countries in the United Nations e-government survey. That is not an encouraging number. This survey assesses the digital government landscape across member states. And this assessment of our performance is, at the very least, worrying. We experience actually a regression. In other words, other countries have progressed. We have not progressed quite as much, and therefore have fallen down the list of e-governance in our different member countries of the UN. And that this happened even though many innovations and technologies in ICT are open and widely available. But clearly, we will do better. Our ICT professionals are among the best in the field, and Filipinos are among the most tech-savvy people in the world. There is essentially nothing holding us back. This summit is therefore correct, is apt, is timely. For what we will discuss here will be instrumental not only in improving our global standing, but most importantly, securing the Philippines' place in the future. I thank the DICT and all our summit attendees for answering the call to find a holistic approach in harnessing the various technologies for the Philippines' digital transformation. It is my hope that the summit will result in actionable proposals towards a truly citizen-centric, inclusive, and sustainable e-governance ecosystem. Moving forward, we will become more adaptive to fast-changing developments. And in this endeavor, I speak once again of a cohesive public-private collaboration, and I find that this is necessary. So let's work together to optimize the opportunities provided by ICT for nation building. During the pandemic, it was clear that the private sector led the way in employing technologies and innovations that deliver faster and better results to its stockholders. There's nothing holding government back from adopting these improvements to perform better in its tasks. In the same manner, there is also a need for the public sector to work and partner with the private sector to encourage growth, promote investment, make sure that private enterprise acts in the best interest and welfare of the general public. To achieve this end, we are committed to realize the vision of a digital Philippines. We will achieve this by enhancing the country's digital infrastructure, improving the regulatory framework for innovation, ensuring cybersecurity, and developing the country's digital workforce, amongst other things. The government will also facilitate the swift passage of the e-governance and e-government bills, and I'm happy to report that at the last meeting of the LEDAC, which is the liaison body between the executive and the legislature, this came up, and it looks like that, the e-governance and the e-government bill will be consolidated, but they are working on it, and I have asked them to bring it out as quickly as they possibly can, so that we have the framework with which we will digitalize our government, which we will digitalize our bureaucracy. And it is not something that we choose to do. It is something that we have to do. We are already playing catch-up in terms of digitalization to the rest of the world. So it is not as if we have a choice here. We don't have a choice that maybe we'll do it, maybe we'll not. No, that simply does not. It is simply not the way that the modern world works. We have to digitalize if we are going to keep up. All our plans for the transformation of the economy and our continuing redefinition of the Philippines' place in the community of nations, all of that depend upon your work. and that we are able to do all the important work that we are trying to achieve. And that can only be done if we have a digitalized government, a digitalized bureaucracy, a strong partner with our private sector in terms of the technology industries. So this is something that whatever obstacles we may find before us, we will overcome because we need to do it. So these the bills that we have asked the legislator to pass will enable to ensure fast, transparent, and efficient government service for the Filipinos. I therefore call on all our servant leaders in Congress to help accelerate the approval of these bills once again. As I said earlier, there is nothing that I can see that should hold us back from getting the future that we want. We have the tools, we have the knowledge, and most importantly, we have the people. All that is left to do is to have the will and the resolve to achieve it. So I reiterate my call to our partners. Let us forge ahead, build a better, brighter, more progressive future for the ICT sector, for the bureaucracy, for the entire Philippines. Thank you at mabuhay kayong lahat. Magandang umaga po.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let us give the President a round of applause. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity in 3 batches. For batch 1, members of the Chief Information Officers Forum Board of Trustees. For our batch 1, may we call back on stage our members of the CIOF Board. Batch 2, please prepare. Thank you, Batch 1. Batch 2, members of the Chief Information Officers Forum Foundation Board of Trustees. You may now proceed on stage. Batch 3, please prepare. Thank you, Batch 2. Batch 3, Principal Sponsors. You may now proceed on stage.
Ano yun? Sa labas na sila. Sa labas na maghihintay. Siguro. Baka iikot pa si Pangulo sa labas. Siguro. Diba may exhibit dyan eh. Ayan, may exhibit pa sa labas mga kababayan. So, lalabas tayo mamaya. Pa-like and share naman mga kababayan yung live natin para maraming makapanood mo ng ating live streaming. Ito nasa Facebook ko. Sa Facebook ko lang. Yung hindi ko lang alam sir. Sa YouTube meron. Ayun yung live.
Thank you, Batch 3.
Pa-like and share mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po. Okay na. Sige.
Thank you, Mr. President. That concludes our program. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. Thank you, Mr. President, for joining the National Information and Communications Technology Summit 2022. We would like to request everyone to please remain seated until the President
Sa labas
has
daw
left the
tayo
venue.
guys, sa labas.
Thank you.
Dito daw tayo sa labas. Ayan, abangan natin si Pbbm dito. Anong sa amin nila?
Pag nag-interview yung media, hindi tayo pwede.
Okay.
Yan ba lang sila?
Sige, sige. Dito pa yung exhibit guys, no? May, bawal ata dyan. Hindi tayo. Bawal tayo. Dito lang tayo. Pero pwede video ano. Okay. Ayan, nandito na po si DICT Secretary. Mga kababayan.
First one to go. Ms. Chona Yu from Inquiry.
Sir, magandang umaga. Mayroon pong lindol na nangyari kagabi. Ano po ang inyong direktiba sa ating mga iba't ibang government offices at kayo po ba ay bibisita sa mga lugar na naapektuhan ng bagyo?
Nakuha ko yung mga last reports were at about midnight last night. Ang intensity ng lindol was around 6, kahit malakas-lakas. The epicenter was lower down, hindi kagaya nung na nasa Abra. Pero doon na sa amin, sa Ilocos Sur and Ilocos Norte. But so the schools have closed for the day hanggat matiyak na lahat ng mga school building ay safe para sa mga bata. So that was the first concern. The other concern right now is to make sure that power has come back. To Ilocos Norte, the power has come back. Ilocos Sur, the power has come back. I'm waiting for the report from Abra, but I think parts, and the last I heard, the parts of Abra province already have power restored. So we have sent ang hinihingi na ang karamihan ay tent. And the reason why is ayaw nilang natatakot silang bumalik sa bahay nila baka pag aftershock tapos mahina na yung bahay nila masaktan sila. So that we're monitoring that we do not have a critical problem when it comes to food, maybe shelter. That is the most important part of the relief that we have to provide now for the people affected by the earthquake last night.
Ms. Maricel Gabon, Fund.
Hi sir, magandang umaga po. Sir, the family of Percy Lapid is concerned about the quote silence of Malacanang regarding the case, especially now that they are receiving death threats. So may we know if you have, or what are your fresh directives to the investigators following these concerns and criticisms?
Well, I have been monitored. I talked to DOJ Remulla and DILG and Apalos 3, 4, 5 times a day, and each time we talk about this. We do not have any particular directives, the police know what to do. I'll just get in the way. Alam ko, sir, imbestigahan ganyan na mabuti. Alamin natin na mabuti kung sinong behind this. Hanggang ngayon, di pa tayo nakakasiguro. So we're investigating. The toxicology report came back and mukha talagang walang lason o walang gamot na binigay dun sa namatay. But I'm still not satisfied that it was natural causes. So sabi ko, tignan niyo yung mabuti. Because there are ways to kill a person that do not show up in the medical legal. So tuloy-tuloy pang investigation. But more importantly is to really trace saan ang galing ito. Who gave the order? Sino nagbigay dun sa preso na orderin ang shooter na gawin ito at bakit. That is what we are working on.
Sir Scott Domingo from ABS-CBN.
Mr. President, good morning. Several questions have been raised about several appointees, particularly former Police Chief Cascolan and also Director Paul Soriano. May we know the wisdom behind these appointments, and can you at least give us details of their respective mandates?
Well, si General Cascolan, will put him there because he has to look at, hindi naman siya, of course he's not a doctor, and it's not health issues that he has to look at. That's why he doesn't have to be a doctor. He's going to look at the function of the DOH. We talk about right sizing, we talk about structural changes. Yun, we need somebody to examine what has been going on, ano yung maganda, ano yung hindi maganda, ano yung pwedeng mas maayos. That will be his function, kaya special concerns. Yung kay Paul Soriano, people have misunderstood. He's not there to be part of the PR machine. He's there to find ways to promote the creative industry. Kasi dun siya galing. So, pinagmamalaki na, kasama yan sa tourism. Pinagmamalaki natin ang gagaling kumanta ng Pilipino, ang gagaling umarte, ang gagaling gumawa ng sine, etc., etc. We have to project that to the rest of the world. Yan ang trabaho ni Paul. So, I hope that clarifies that.
Thank you for clarifying, sir. Just a follow-up question on General Cascolan. Do you have a direct order for the former PNP chief to trace possible syndicates within the DOH, particularly when it comes to trace possible syndicates in the DOH, particularly in the procurement of several products, which we had some problems in the past?
Well, that's part of his work. Kung may lumabas na ganyan, he will have to report it to us and we will have to do something about it. But generally, it is an administrative audit, if you want to call it that. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Umalis na po ang mahal na Pangulo, mga kababayan. Si Ma'am Chelay. Kaya Atty. Chelay tayo. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Sige po.
Ma'am, thank you po.
Ma'am, thank you po, ma'am.
Sana, ma'am.
Ulitin, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
May video ako. Pwede mo ano yun ha, mamaya.
Ayan, yung exhibit pwede daw natin i-cover, mga kababayan.
Ikot tayo.
Sama-sama tayo.
Oo, teka lang. Anuin ko lang muna. Naglalag kasi.
Tayo guys, tingnan natin kung anong meron sila. Ano po ba yung ini-exhibit? Opo, nakalive po tayo.
Para saan po ito, ma'am?
Para saan po yan?
It's art po. Tutugan po once you sign, scan our QR code, and then mag-fill up lang po kayo.
Ay, tara na. Ayan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ayan, libre po yan. Ay, salamat po, salamat. Shout out
Libre
po,
to,
anong
ma'am?
name, ma'am?
Ay, ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Ayan, Oy, so, ano po natin, yung kanilang product, mga kababayan. Nakalive po tayo sa
Questronics Corporation.
Questronics
Ayan.
Corporation. Nakalive po ako sa YouTube, ma'am. Opo, yan po yung aking Facebook page. Yabagis Vlog po, hindi sikat, pero magbablog ng tapat. Sige po, yan. So, tagpulitin po natin Questronics. Yan po yung kanilang product, mga kababayan. At nandito po sila sa Manila Hotel para i-promote po ang kanilang product. Salamat po, ma'am.
Ayan guys,
Ayan,
live pa
sila,
rin
sir,
tayo
mga
dito.
sir. Oo.
Kayo po yung opportunity ng Philippines ni Fujifilm regarding media.
Mm.
Yung mga product po namin sir, pang archiving and backup.
Okay.
Exchange.
So, ayan. Napaka-importante po yan,
Yung
mga
new
kababayan.
product namin sir, object archive.
Object Archive.
Archive sir.
Archive.
Archive. Ano? Oh, yeah. Kita mo naman, yung mga pangalan pa lang, mga kababayan, computer ang dating, ano?
Latest generation po natin sir, Gen 9 na po. So yung isang ganito po, 18 terabyte na po yung capacity.
18
Wow,
terabyte?
grabe.
Generation 5 po sir bali may latest po natin isa yung Generation 9.
Oo.
Magkano po yung isang ganto pag bumili po?
Oh, baka para may idea po yung ating mga viewers.
Mag-send na lang kami quotation.
Send the quotation. Oy, anong pangalan ni sir?
Clyde po.
Ayan,
Thank
ito
you
po yung
po.
send the quotation daw po, mga kababayan. Saan po ang office?
Ayan, salamat po, Ma'am Sen. Thank you po.
Sa amin yung address, sir. Baka may interesado.
Bernal Street lang po, Pasay City.
Pasay City. At sino nga hanapin?
I-invite mo na kayo.
Sige po, live po yan.
Papa, dito sa Canal City sa Soko Forum po. Dito po sa Manila Hotel. Today's event po ito. It's first day po ngayon. It's last day po tomorrow. Sana po makapunta po kayo.
Punta pa po kayo hanggang tomorrow pa daw.
Hanggang tomorrow.
Yan, sige sir.
Thank you sir.
Yan sir, pwede mong ikapit sa iyong computer yan sir. Yabagis Vlog po, hindi sikat. Pero magbablog ng tapat. So guys, ayan po. At marami pong kami na pwede pong
Thank you.
Sir, ano na po?
Ay, sorry po, sorry.
Nandito ako sa studio.
Sir, picture mo sa kay sir.
Ma'am, live tayo ha, YouTube channel. Wow.
Yes, about
Para-
yan, madam.
Para saan naman po yan, ma'am? Eastern. So, hindi kasi kami pamilyar sa mga communication na ganyan. Eastern.
Network solutions, cloud data center solutions,
Confident
business applications yan. Anything under the sun po, you can find it in Eastern.
Yes po, live po ito.
So, invite natin sila, ma'am, sa mga may interesado. Saan po yung opisina natin? Look po.
Thank you po.
Ayan guys ha, sige.
Thank you po.
Hanggang bukas pa po kayo? Sige, invite niyo pa po sila pumunta rito para ano. Ayan.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you po.
Live yan?
Yes po.
Anong network?
Vincent Tabigi.
Para sa mga gusto.
Paano na lang, subscribe na lang.
Sure sir. Sige.
Sige po. Thank you po.
Ito, I want.
Kaya mo? Dami mo ng bit-bit eh. Ako na. Ito, dito tayo.
Sek. Yun, dito naman tayo. Hey, ma'am! Yes, like po tayo YouTube channel. So, ano po yung product? Lenovo, yeah.
YouTube Vincent Tabigi po.
Yabagis Vlog.
Yabagis Vlog.
Yabagis Vlog. Hindi sikat, pero mag-vlog na dapat. Naka-live po tayo, and then shoutout po at imbitahan po sa mga interesado sa inyong product.
Yeah, so we're inviting all our subscribers. Actually, buy and subscribe to our I'm sure, no? You're familiar with the logo. It's not only for enterprise, but basically for consumers and all gamers out there, right?
Wow. And saan ang office, ma'am? And sino contact person?
Oh. For consumers and retailers, go to your nearest retail shop. Retail shop.
Invite niyo po sila. Siguro hanggang bukas pa po kayo.
Yes. So you can come here to check out our lightweight laptop. This is an X1 laptop. So you're gonna see it's really light. And it's a secure laptop. So portable. Executives, nakakilala natin. Go get this one. Lenovo.
Maganda yan sa travel. Very lightweight. So mga kabayan, salamat na marami lang.
Thank you, madam.
Ay, thank you po. So guys, hanggang bukas pa yung sila guys.
Thank you po.
Our giveaway.
Ay, thank you. Binigyan tayo ng Lenovo.
Tama-tama po dito yung laptop.
Ay, dito tayo, dito.
Ayan, lalakatay po tayo YouTube channel. Live po tayo.
Hello,
Say
ma'am.
hi. What's your name, ma'am? And
Anong product nyo, ma'am?
Hi, sir. We're from Darius IDPI.
Opo.
We're the technology partner for the landline. So, aside from that, we have IDPI. It's the technology, aside from that, we have IDPI, who is also the systems developer and software developer of Darius.
So, yun.
Our
Opo.
office is located in LA compound, West Avenue.
Ma'am, sino hahanapin?
You can just look for us. We're from sales team. We have our legal people and our field operation.
Hello po.
So, invite niyo po. Hanggang bukas pa po kayo, di ba?
Yes.
So, invite niyo po ang ating mga ano.
Invite all of you because we have our holding room and red jade. So you can proceed there from 11 a.m. to say until 3 p.m. so that we can present our products and services.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Ay, thank you po,
Meron
ma'am.
naman kami,
Thank
ano,
you.
mga kababayan. Thank you very much. Salamat po. Thank you, ma'am.
Ay, madam.
So guys, hanggang
Madami
bukas pa
tayong
po sila,
mauuwi,
mga
mga kababayan.
Libre. At kita mo, di ba? Meron
Ayan,
po
may binigay
silang
ulit sa amin, no?
Yan. Naka-live po tayo. Pwede nyo pong i-open yan. Yabagis vlog po. Hindi sikat. Pero magbablog. Yan pa pa.
Thank you, ma'am.
So dito tayo. Hanapin natin yung iba pa. Iba pa. Marami.
Daddy, can I see you?
Dito tayo. Dito tayo.
Training center po, sir. Tapos, sa mismo. Consulat President and then
Saan ang office mo? Gift Homes. Contact person, ma'am. Contact person.
we have assistant Batman and then si Laura
Yan. Live po tayo YouTube channel, ma'am. Yan. Hello. At meron pa ako na...
Thank you po.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you po.
Saan tayo? Saan? Dito, dito. Ay, may ano.
Microsoft. Ayan, si Microsoft pala ito.
So guys, nandito po kami ngayon sa isa-isa po namin yung kanilang booth para Hello sir, how are you?
Ay, nalitingnan ko natin siya.
Meron dyan sir, para oh, wow! Very lightweight. Very lightweight, guys. So yun lang po yung bago ngayon.
Wow!
Very, very contact number and contact person. Samantalahin po natin.
May pawak nga, may. Wait lang ah.
Yan. Thank you very much, sir. At good luck.
Saan daw office nila?
Nandun na yun. Siguro, makakarami na si sir o si Alvin. Ayan, sa mga nanonood po naligay nga dyan. Sir, ibitahan niyo sila hanggang bukas kayo, di ba? Invite niyo po para makahabol pa. Habol pa yung mga dapat. Manila Hotel.
Thank you po.
Meron pa.
Sir, para saan to, sir? May preview yan, sir. Ito po. Ulit daw. Sige, tara. Yes.
Interview mamaya sa red shirt yung president namin.
Sige po, anong problema?
And then we have refreshments naman doon. Siguro mga 12 we can para doon nakakumain.
Saan po? Diyan po?
Red shirt.
Sige po.
So I'll expect you people doon sa red shirt na lang.
Dito po ba? Papasok.
Hindi na ko yung mga snacks or I will ask yung president namin para ma-interview siya.
Sige po, thank you po.
And what's your
Nova wallet.
I want Vico's to actually do an active scan from any device, and this can actually become used, especially on YouTube, to create content for them to provide access, and you can have those archives. And you see on the video as well, when it comes through, we've actually partnered with brands like Coca-Cola, so this can then become a very useful marketing tool, especially for YouTube. Wow. Show an example of that.
Oh, yeah.
Vico.
Oh.
And what this does at the moment is just taking you to my website. I know the internet's a little bit slow, but what you can do is...
Parang scanner, no?
Oh, diretso siya kagad sa iyong ano,
Yeah.
sa iyong account.
There's a blogger, for example, if you're blogging a product, you can then have the Vico for that product come up. Someone can scan it whilst watching your video, and it then takes them to that product as well.
Wow. Nice. So, thank you very much for explaining, sir. Okay.
Ayun, may reservation.
Paliwanag ng maigi ni sir.
Ayan.
Sa mga sir, medyo tumubo inom ko doon eh. Yabagis vlog po. Naka-live po tayo sa YouTube channel and Facebook.
Okay. You're all familiar with QR code.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes.
QR
You see
code.
QR code.
Yeah.
And that is one is an open source application. So basically, everybody can download it. It's okay. Everybody's doing is using it. Even corporate government is using it. Positive lens. QR code is an open source. Nobody owns it.
Yeah.
This one is patented. Vico is patented in UK. This was invented in 2014 to actually solve what's the problem with QR code in terms of security. So since the open source can be duplicated, can be hacked. Whereas this one, this is basically your identity. This is all your information, your
Contacts, banking, medical.
medical information, work and educational information. In case of emergency, purchases, yung bili-bili mo, royalty cards, also your defense and travel issue. Where you go, where you punta. Okay? Also,
E-voting, yeah, passport.
marami pa information.
Wow.
So, you go to the immigration, passport. Alam mo yung passport.
Oo.
Pwede mo na dahil. You just leave your e-code.
Just only e-vote. Wow.
Wow, galing ha.
Ano, asa? Click lang yan, pasok mo. Parating ka pa lang, alam niya parating ka na kasi may e-code yung immigration natin.
Oh, wow.
Dapat may ganun.
Oo.
High-tech na.
sa ibang bansa. It's the first time that we do this.
Oh, okay.
So need natin yan talaga dito, sir. Sa ano, need natin yan.
Need natin yan. In fact, pag i-scan ka sa immigration, they will not see your
Digital banking.
They will not see your
Napakabilis.
medical information. Kasi this is the permission. Ikaw yung magbibigay ng permission sa immigration. Kumakuis ka na ng information.
Okay, safe pa rin pala yung other.
So no hassle,
Ito maganda dyan. Connected yan sa local wallet. No payment.
wow!
So may e-payment system na siya. So, tracking technology is distributed ledger technology. Pwede na diretso.
Sir, dito sa ano, sa Pilipinas, sino na po yung gumagamit natin dito na agency?
Wala pa.
Kaka-start pa lang, okay.
Start pa lang. So, ipinopromote nyo pa lang po.
Quezon
Sir,
City.
invite nyo po sila ano, saan anong office, sinong contact person.
You can look at the website vcode.id.
T-code.
And then our company local is g1tech.ph.
G1 Tech,
It's a
Philippines.
partnership with Delta Capital of UK and Australia. But vCode is developed in United Kingdom, British technology. Kaya sir, nakikita niyo.
So, dapat palang makakuha nito yung ano
And
natin.
ang QR kasi kailangan mo ma-scan, malapit ka.
Opo.
Dito is 100 meters to 200 meters, may scan na.
Oh, wow. Kaya
So, kahit
ganun
nasa
sa
bus ka, nakita mo sa bus, tumatakbo, may scan na. Okay, manood ka TV. Lumabas yung V-code ng Jollibee. Click mo ngayon sa TV, oh. Diretso ka na sa order.
Oh, galing oh.
napakabilis.
Kahit yung
Pwede ilagay sa damit.
pwede rin sa damit. Lang, kasi tama ka naman kasi anti-counterfeit yun. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na peke yung mga bibigyan. Tsaka,
Oo. Malalaman mo agad kung peke o hindi.
kasi pag click mo ng V-code, it goes directly to the manufacturer.
So, ang gamit yan sir, per person, one
V-code.
So, kailangan lahat ng agency meron din e-code.
So yung SIM registration mo, i-link mo rito
Wow!
sa V-code.
Ang malupit na tanong sir, how much?
Download depende yan sa gamit.
Depende sa...
Kasi you're also doing what? Because you're also paying using QR.
Yes.
Kasi technology ba ito?
Oh,
Much less kasi because it's own payment system.
Pinadali yung ano,
So,
pinadali
safety, convert ang printable. Like,
Pwede lang gamitin mo. Pwede lang gamitin yung V-code instead ng QR kasi mas safe. Yun yung susunod.
So guys, napaka-interesting ano.
Oo.
Imagine mo napaka what no hassle lahat. Kapag meron po tayo dito.
Okay, sir. Hindi, ang nagustuhan ko, malalaman mo yung product kung peke o hindi.
Okay, YouTube po. Naka-live po tayo sir.
thank
Tara na.
you.
Yes sir. Papapanood po yung
Thank you, sir.
Total niya, may bayan ko.
Ayun.
Thank you.
Bayan.
Ba't na ako?
B-code. Wala, B-code. Yan. Ano? Okay na tayo?
Tara na.
Tara na.
So guys,
I-cover eh. Kaso alas 12.
alas 12, sabi na, pupunta pa tayong Laguna.
Kaya nga eh.
So guys, patayin ko na muna guys ha. Bye-bye. Patayin ko na po yung live ko. Maraming salamat po sa mga nanood. Bye-bye.